G'day gymnastics skill seekers, and welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk to you all about my flat pack pull-up bar. So I've had a lot of questions about how I built it, why I built it, and how good is it. So let's get stuck in. So when COVID hit Australia, my partner and I were living in Byron Bay and we were renting a property, and our rent was up and our landlord was trying to put up the rent. But we decided that we weren't going to pay it, and instead we bought a caravan and we bought a four-wheel drive and we traveled around Australia for 18 months. But I needed a way to continue with my gymnastic strength training, and hence I built this flat pack pull-up bar. When this pull-up bar is flat, it fitted in the front compartment of the caravan, so I could take it with me wherever we went, and I'd set it up in the caravan parks, or I'd set it up out in the national parks, or I'd set it up wherever we were camping, and I'd be able to hang my rings on it, or I'd be able to do all my pull-ups and muscle-ups and all that sort of training. It's quick and easy to use, and yeah, it served a purpose. Now that we're living in a house again, I've kept the pull-up bar, and I find it's awesome as an outdoor piece of equipment. I can set it up anywhere, I can move it around, and I can still get my training in and enjoy the sunshine or the beautiful location that we're in. So if you want to build a flat pack pull-up bar, or even just an outdoor pull-up bar, this could be a good option. So funny little story, every time I used to set up the pull-up bar in the caravan parks when we were traveling around, we were typically surrounded by all the nomads. And all the guys, all the old guys would come out and they'd see me training, they'd see me do all my muscle-ups on the rings, my pull-ups, my handstands, all of this gymnastics work. And they would be like, I used to do that. When I was young like you, I used to do all that sort of stuff. I was really good at that. I could do this, 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 this. And they'd tell me all about all the funny stuff that they could do. But whenever I'd invite them to come and do some training with me, not one of them would join in. Okay, so before I pull it apart and then show you how to assemble it, this is 42mm galvanized pipe. It's a little bit thicker than your normal pull-up bar, but this will help improve your grip strength. It will work the central nervous system harder than a narrower bar, and then when you do go back to a narrower bar, it'll just feel so much easier to do your pull-ups. So galvanized pipe, and then we've got a number of galvanized connectors. On the base here, we've got 4 T-junctions. So there's 2 on this side and 2 on the opposite side. 2 of these T-junctions are for the cross support bar, and 2 of these T-junctions are for the uprights. Then we have these angle junctions. So these can be virtually changed to any angle. There's 4 of these in total, 1 on the upright here and 1 on the base that holds this supporting bar, and then obviously 1 on the opposite side. The last thing we've got is these 90-degree junctions at the top of each upright bar, and obviously they hold the pull-up bar in position. So I got all of these junctions and all of these bars from an Australian company, which I'll attach the link below. You can see that, but I'm pretty sure you're about to source them virtually anywhere in the world. After having this bar now for nearly 2.5 years, is there anything I would change on it? It's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. The only thing I would say is these T-junctions obviously have a diameter, and they make the bar or the base a little bit thicker in the middle. So if I was to put this pull-up bar on a hard floor, like a gym floor, rubber mats, or a concrete floor, it's not really going to sit level. Right now, this sinks into the grass and the bar hardly moves. It's nice and stable, but on a hard surface, it will rock on these bars just a little bit. So when I was on a hard surface training with this, I would just put some weight plates, some 2.5 kilo weight plates under each end, and it would just make the bar more stable. But if I was to rebuild this bar, I think I would get some more, instead of these 2 T-junctions and the 1 support bar, I would get 90-degree junctions and place on each corner, and maybe have 2 support bars. So I'm making a square base instead of a H base, and then I could sit it on a hard floor and it would be nice and stable or nice and level. But other than that, that'd be about the only thing I'd change on this pull-up bar. Okay, so there's really sort of 3 main parts to the pull-up bar. These ones here are the base that I've got, so I'd just about to pull them down into the components that they are there. So I'd leave these little bars attached to the side. I'll talk to you about them. They're the supports for the upright. Then we've got 2 bars. One makes the pull-up bar at the top, and one's a cross bar at the bottom to stabilize. And then we've got these 2 bars, which are the side bars that go up. So let me show you how they all go together. Okay, so firstly, these are the base bars, and they've got some T-junctions on them. So this 1 bar goes through the 2 T-junctions. The bar is roughly 1650 millimeters long. I slide it through those T-junctions, and then I've also got a connector here, which is going to be for the upright, which I'll talk to you about a little bit later. So this connector is just a joint that's movable. The cool thing about these connectors is it just requires an Allen key. So that's the only tool you need to be able to pull the bar apart and put it back together. So those two go on the base, and then in one of the T-junctions we put the crossbar, which is the support bar on the bottom. This bar and the top of the pull-up bar are both 1400 millimeters in length. Okay, so once I've got those assembled, I've got the two arms that go up on either side the pull-up bar, and then the actual pull-up bar itself. So that pull-up bar at the top, that's again another 1400 millimeter wide or long piece of pipe. And then the upright poles, I've cut them to be 220 millimeters. I mean, you could go a little bit higher, but that's the sort of height that I was after, and that's also the sort of length that I could fit in the front of the Caravan. So now I'm going to assemble the pull-up bar, the top bar, into these uprights. Okay, so now that we've got the pull-up bar assembled, we can stand this up and we just walk it forward. We're going to lift this into one of the T-junctions, and this one goes into the other T-junction. And then these are our support bars. So they come up, and we've got another angle joint here, so I'll lean the pull-up bar away, slide that one in, and I'm going to do this one up first so it doesn't go anywhere. Nice and tight. And then come across to the other one. This one here. These are roughly 850 millimeters long, these support bars. So I'm just going to lean this away a little bit and slide that one in. And again, do it up. Now, obviously these are adjustable on the uprights as well. So you'll need to play around with the position of this to make sure you get the bar vertically upright. Obviously I've set this up here before, so I know they're in a good position now. So we're doing up these Allen keys here, but then there's also the Allen keys down the bottom. So we do these ones up as well to lock in the pull-up bar. And voila, there you have it. Trusty pull-up bar, locked in, ready to go. So that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple. All you need is some galvanized pipe, 42 millimeter, and a bunch of connectors and an Allen key, and you can virtually flat pack that, stick it in the front of your Caravan, throw it on top of your car, and take it anywhere you want to go. So you can't have an excuse for not getting your training in. Happy training.